You guys, this is it. This is the tutorial that everyone's been requesting on my TikTok for the past 2 years straight. It's been all over my comment sections, on all my social medias, all over my DM requests, literally for 2 years straight. And before, I didn't know how to use YouTube, and I actually still don't, but I just happened to get a new vlogging camera, and so I decided to just try it. Just because. Okay, so first of all, if you don't know what the heck I'm doing here, my name is Maddie Winter, and I've gotten pretty big on TikTok over the past couple years from creating content like so. And I'm really excited to show you how this works and everything because it looks really hard and not a lot of people do it, so people just assume it's too hard for them, but it's actually not that bad. You can really use this not only for like trying to like grow your following on TikTok or whatever, but also you can create profile pictures with this type of knowledge. Like this is my Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok profile picture right now. I love it. You can use this type of editing basically in any video ever to draw people in, whatever people do these days. But I just know that people are going to want to watch your video more if they see things like this or like this in your videos. Okay, so to get into it, there's 3 different software / apps that I would recommend for use. The first one is Adobe After Effects, which is the one software on this list. It's very good. It is also very hard to learn. It is very expensive. So I won't be doing that in this tutorial, but if you want to see an After Effects tutorial, then let me know down in the comments. The second one is something called Procreate, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. It's $10, but it's very worth it. And the third one, which I'll be using today, is called Flip-a-Clip, and it's another app that's actually free on both iOS and Android. And there is a paid version, but I will be focusing on the free one today because I figured that most of you could benefit from the least expensive thing that I could find. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And if you want to follow along with me in this tutorial and learn while I do it, just go ahead and download this app that I screenshotted. Okay, so as you can see, we're on my home screen right now. We're going to open Flip-a-Clip, and you'll press the red plus at the bottom to create a new animation. You can name it whatever the heck you want, whatever floats your boat. I'm going to name mine Animation 1. For the background, you can choose a color for your background through this wheel thingy, but I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to press the X. You can also select an image from your photo library. Also not going to do that, or camera, but still no. For canvas size, choose TikTok if you want portrait mode, or YouTube if you want landscape mode. And I'm going to choose YouTube right now just because I'm making a YouTube video, so why not? But I go back and make frames per second as many or as little as you want. And I actually do way more than this, but for now we're going to go with 12. And just go back and create your project. Then you're going to have a blank screen, so what you're going to do is go to the top right corner, press video library, and then import your video, whichever video you want to edit. And for the free version of Flip-a-Clip, you can only have up to a 6-second video, but for premium you can have any length video you want, so keep that in mind. And when you're done trimming your video, you can just press the check in the corner. It'll load for a second. Fun little animation right there. And as you can see, you have this little panel up overhead of your video with the pen, the eraser, the lasso, the paint, and the text. And we'll click on the pen first, and you'll see that if you click on the pen, you can change it to a pencil or a paintbrush or a highlighter or whatever, but I'm going to keep it. You can also change the color as usual. Go back, and there's also a paint bucket if you're interested. I don't find myself really using these tools besides the regular pen, but they're there if you need them. So you're going to see these little box thingies on the bottom of the screen that you can scroll through, and those are what you call frames. Basically, since we chose 12 frames per second,
There's going to be 12 of these with every second of video, if that makes sense. So considering I have like, I don't know, a 4-second video, it would be 12 times 4, which is 48. So there's 48 frames in my composition, and yeah, you can zoom in and out with 2 fingers if need be. And so I'm gonna do a little spiral thing, which I'm sure you've seen in some of my TikToks. I'm just gonna start drawing, and I wanted white, so I'm just gonna stick with that because that's the default for me. Basically, you just start from frame 1 and draw a white line, and then you move to frame 2, and then you draw the next stage of that white line. Then you move to frame 3, and you move to the next stage again, and you just keep doing that all the way until you finish. I'm putting a little curve in on these because you have to make it look like it goes behind you and in front of you. And yes, even though I'm not doing it, at any point you can change the color or add some text or press the back button and erase some stuff if you mess up. It's pretty simple and straightforward once you get the hang of it. But what I'm doing right now is I'm curving the last little bit of it, and I'm gonna just put it into a halo for fun and make it diminish into nothing, because why not? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go back through that, and it looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna add a little impulse over my head, I think, at the end, just to show one more thing to you guys. What I usually do is I do 3 rows of lines, if that makes sense. 1 straight up and then 2 to the sides. And the first stroke is like just 3 tiny dots. Second stroke of that is like further out, and so on and so on. You just make them keep going further out as the strokes get longer. Now you could end it at that if you wanted to, but I'm actually going to go back and retrace some of my lines just because I want it to look a little bit neater than it usually would be if you didn't go back. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to speed up the video a little bit if you aren't going to do this part, but feel free. And obviously just keep going to whatever degree of neatness or color variance you want. And I am finished with mine. You're free to pause until you're finished with yours, but I'm just going to play mine back really quick because I want to see what it looks like. And I think that looks really good, to be honest. And so when you're finished with your project, basically all you have to do is click the 3 dots in the upper corner again, and then press the Make Movie big red button at the bottom. And it'll give you like the output size and the movie name all over again in this screen. All you gotta do is press Make the Movie again, and it'll make it for you. Sometimes this screen takes a little bit long, so I'm just waiting for it to finish, and there we go. You can save it to photos, which is what I usually do, or you can upload it directly to YouTube or TikTok. Okay, give me like 30 seconds before you click out. I have like 2 more things to say. And yes, sorry I look much crustier than I did in the first part of this video because it high-key has taken me 5 days to edit all this footage. Sorry! I just wanted to thank all of you who are still watching for literally listening through that, because I've legit never edited a YouTube video this style in my life. I've never tried to do sound effects or like the bubbles that pop all over the screen. But yes, thank you so much for bearing with me. And if you have any suggestions or things that I could do better in my next YouTube videos, because I'm going to keep this going, just feel free to comment anything you want to tell me down below, whether it be like a new video idea, or if you just literally want to talk and like have a conversation with me, I'm so down. Tell me your whole life story in the character limit of whatever the character limit on YouTube is. Just go for it. But yeah, if you want to keep up with me, here's all my socials. And just know that I care about you a lot, and I hope this helped. Thank you. Bye.